Hello, everybody. It's me, Lunar, aka Mystic. Uh, Welcome back to the channel. You know, 2024 has been one hell of a ride, and there's a lot to talk about. But if you don't want to hear my emotional sob story, then skip to the timestamp on screen now, and you can get right into the updates and future plans and what I'm working on and stuff like that. And if you don't, well, I thank you for hearing out my story. So, a common question I get is why I haven't been as active in 2024 as I was in 2023. Uh, the short answer, a lot of shit. The long answer is a little more complicated. See, at the beginning of 2023, or 2024, I should say, I started having issues with my computer. My computer is an old, 7-year-old low end PC. And it was low end when I got it 7 years ago. It's even more low end now. And nowadays, it doesn't even really meet the requirements to play Overwatch 2. Just throwing it out there. So I have to get a new computer. That was my plan, was to do that for my birthday. Uh, to put simply, some of you probably saw on my uh, community page that my roommate slash best friend took his own life on August the 20th, 2024, 7 days before my 25th birthday. That was not a lie. That was not a falsehood. That actually happened. I would go into the full story, but I personally have already said it enough times over the past 4 months that, quite frankly, I don't want to go into it anymore. But I'll put it in that yes, I was in the room, yes, I saw it happen, and yes, it was with my own firearm. I was cleared by police, I wasn't involved, it was a suicide. Because I know there's questions. Either way, since it happened, I've been living in Texas with my boyfriend, and I'm currently recording this on his computer. So, shout out to Rogue Zoroark, my BF from Neos VR. Jesus. See, my brain's all over the place. Uh, I've gotten therapy, and I've actually not smoked any weed in 4 months, which is crazy to think about because I was using it daily. And it wasn't until I stopped using it that I realized I was struggling with addiction. Uh, Addiction is very serious, and even things that you're like, oh, I can't get addicted to this. Yeah, you can. You can get addicted to anything if you use it as an escape. For example, I would start getting mad or upset or angry and, well, toke up a bowl. Ah, there's that dopamine. You see the problem? I became so reliant on that quick fix of dopamine that I forgot how to actually feel happy without it. And once I moved out here to Texas and I started, being clean, I had the shakes. My emotions were all over the place. I was like, oh God, what do I do? What do I do? What the fuck do I do? And now, last night I was genuinely smiling. I felt happy. I felt good. I it kind of hit me like a bag of bricks that I don't need that shit to be happy. So if you're struggling with addiction, just put it down. Just stop. Yeah, it'll suck, but just stop. You can do it. I can do it. You know, They say only 2% of people that put down their addictions actually manage to keep it down. Well, it's time to do it. We need to fix those numbers. That being said, uh, to those of you who skipped past, everything, the TLDR is I temporarily moved to Texas and I'm moving back to South Carolina uh, due to personal and mental issues. Now that that's out of the way, we get to talk about the fun shit. Okay, this is where I get to talk about the fun shit. So, over the past month or two, I have been working with a team of coders and developers to make a mod for Stellaris. The first Vor mod for modern Stellaris, post version 1.13 Stellaris. And I'm so excited because we're already at 13,000 plus views on Eka's portal alone and over 400 downloads on Lover's Lab. The mod, if you want to check it out, is called the Voracious Galaxy, spelt just like it sounds. Or you can just search Stellaris Vor mod on Eka's, or go to the Stellaris page on Lover's Lab, and it should be right there on the first page of downloads. Currently, we have a few races in the game, including dogs, cats, protogens, a volley, and foxes. And we have so many more on the way. If you want to support the mod project and help me and the team out, consider subscribing to my Subscribe Star at the $5 tier. That will give you early access to all future versions of the mod, as well as first dibs on all votes on future updates. Or you can join at the $10 tier to potentially have your ideas added into the mod. So I hope you guys, will consider supporting that. But yeah, that's the main thing I've been working on, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. It started off as yeah, I'm so mad that there's no Vor species packs for version 1.13 because I want to play Giga Structural Engineering, and is now a full blown. We're gonna add Vor events and everything else into this mod type thing, and it is insane. I am so excited. I hope you guys consider supporting it. That out of the way, uh, I want to answer a few common questions I've been getting from fans and friends over on Discord. So the first question I get is, why don't I do a video about the Fallout 4 Vor mod, since I seem to like the Skyrim one? Why don't I talk about Fallout 4? Come in a little closer. A little closer. I don't like Fallout 4. There, I said it. I said it. I don't like Fallout 4. I have 3,000 hours in Skyrim and only 300 in Fallout 4. That says a lot. And it's not because of the gameplay. A lot of people are like, all the enemies are bullet sponges and this sucks. You could change all of that with mods. And arguably, modding Fallout 4 is easier than modding Skyrim. So, why don't I like it? Well, I'm gonna be real here. I hate the story and the characters. Aside from Nick Valentine, Nick is a really good character. Favorite character in that whole dang thing is Nick Valentine because, like, come on, he's a post-apocalyptic detective that acts like he's from a black and white noir film. It's cool. It's a good idea. But Fallout 4, I don't know. I feel like it strays too far away from what New Vegas was. And yeah, you can call me a stereotypical femboy all you fucking want because I like New Vegas and, all the femboys and the trans people like, New Vegas. It's a fucking good game, okay? Shut your damn mouth. It's a good game. I will die on this hill. It is the best Fallout game. I will fight you. I will fight you. But I just genuinely don't like the story. It's boring. It is so boring. All of your options boil down to yes, no, more information, or sarcastic asshole. Like, the characters aren't likable. They build up, Nate and Nora love each other so much. They love each other. And then your spouse immediately gets killed. And the game is basically designed around the idea that you're playing as Nate. And Nora just. It strays so far away from what Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 were that it might as well be Fallout 1 again because it's so different. And the story contracts so heavily from the actual gameplay. I love the gunplay. I love customizing my weapons, customizing my armor. I spend literal hours building settlements. I will sit there for 6 hours building one settlement. There's a lot to like about it. The perks, there's so much good, but I can't get over the story because I don't like most of the characters. Most of them fall flat on their ass. And for every one good character, there's shit tons of slog I have to get through to get there. Like, it's so stupid. They could have done so much more. But who knows? Maybe you guys know some mods that can help me out with that. Sound off in the comments if you do. The second question I usually get is why do VOR game reviews take so long to make? The short answer is because I'm a lazy fuckhead. But the actual longer answer is one, I have to actually have the motivation and desire to make it. I don't want to just make a VOR game review on games I don't enjoy because that would be disingenuous. I'd basically be lying and saying it's a good game. Now, unlike a lot of journalists and stuff like that, I can recognize a game for what it does well. If a game does good graphics, good pictures, etc., if it does all that good, I can talk about that. But if I don't like the story, I don't like the story. It's the same reason why I don't play Fallout 4. The more I play Fallout 4, the more I don't like Fallout 4. Why would I spend time playing that when I could play Skyrim? And for all of you that are going to say, well, Skyrim has a story too. Yeah, well, at least most of Skyrim's quests aren't radiant bullshit where I have to go back to the same generic looking town that looks exactly like the other generic looking bombed out town, so shut the fuck up. But I also genuinely like to sit down and play and experience as much as possible. For some games, like Hazel's Journey or Ponch's Quest, that could be maybe 2-3 days playing them and I'm done. But for others, like say Churn Vector or Veronica Cleans House, that could take months because I want to check it all out, make sure I get all the endings, make sure I do everything there is to do, install mods, see how the mods work. I genuinely want to experience as much of a game before I come to talk to you guys about it. That's why I talked about VOR Tournament and VOR War and stuff like that. Games I had already been playing and enjoying. I brought those to y'all's attention because I already liked those games. I don't want to talk about a game if I don't actually thoroughly enjoy it because I feel like it would be disingenuous, really, to sort of force myself to play a game like, say, Mist Adventure, where I'm not fully on board with one of the main mechanics, which is the main character being human. That's sort of why it takes so long. But it also comes down to I have to record footage, I have to script, I have to edit. It's a lot of work that goes into it. Like, you don't realize how much work goes into making a YouTube video until you actually sit down to try and make a YouTube video. So, to give you guys an idea here, just with a ballpark, let's take the video I did with the Serenian character I had made for Skyrim 4. That was a sneak peek that never went anywhere. That video required an hour of recording, edited down to like 12 minutes, with added subtitles, which took another 30 minutes to fully implement, with a script and the mods all set up and working, which the mod setup alone took like 3 to 5 days. It's a lot of work going into making each of these videos that you guys don't see. If you guys are curious, maybe one day I could do a live stream where I show you guys the editing process. I don't know. I feel like that would be boring to watch. But hey, shilling, am I right? The third question I usually get is, Lunar, your video quality, like actual video quality, tends to suck. There's a lot of really bad stuff here. And this is especially pointed out in my Neos VR video. And this is where I have to explain how shitty my old computer was. It was an Intel i4 with 32 gigs of DDR3 RAM, a 1 terabyte hard drive. And for God only knows what kind of cursed devil weed I was smoking when I decided to put a 3060 in it, but I put a 3060 in it. Like, I decided to strap a jet engine to a fucking Ford Focus, or as I like to call it, a Ford Fuckus. But, like, I don't know what I was thinking. I sold the 3060 when I moved out here to Texas. So now, even if I were to put that computer back together and use it again, it only has a 1060. I'm looking into new computers, but it's going to cost me a ballpark of 2,200 to just under 3,000 to get a computer that I feel I could do VR content with. I could do heavily modded Skyrim. I could do whatever I want and not suffer a performance hit because of it. In fact, I'm actually recording this right now on my boyfriend's computer, and let me tell you, this man, he has got a beefy ass computer compared to me. It's got a 4070. It's got an i5, or no, an i7. It's got an i7. I keep fucking it up and saying i5. He's got an i7. Like 82 gigs of RAM, DDR4, and an SSD alongside a big HDD. Like, he's got the works. And the computer I'm looking at would be similar. It'd be a 4080 with 128 gigs of DDR5 with an AMD i9 equivalent, with a Wi-Fi adapter, Bluetooth adapter, 1 terabyte SSD, 4 terabyte HDD. The works basically, and that's going to run me $2,200 for Build Redux. So, yay, nay, it'll take a while. Unless you support the Subscribestar via the Patreon link on my community page, that'd be great. Oh, and before I forget, if you want to support my mod, you can find it on Lovers Lab and Echo's Portal by searching the Voracious Galaxy, or it'll be on the first page of Lovers Lab. All of the links for like the Discord and stuff like that will be right there on the page if you want to come and join. I will also leave a link to my Discord channel in the description of this video so you can join and possibly even wind up talking to me, my boyfriend, some artists I know. And I will be looking for some mod team come 2025, depending on how much the Discord blows up. On to the next question I usually get is, do I plan to do Vor mod reviews? Yes, I do. I want to talk about Devourment Refractor and specifically how much it pisses me off. Like, okay, no lie, Devourment Refractor is great, but getting help installing the SE version is a pain because they keep saying, oh, well, why don't you just play Anniversary Edition? Bitch, if I wanted to play Anniversary Edition, I would play Anniversary Edition. I don't want to play Anniversary Edition, so how about you take your Anniversary Edition and shove it up your ass? I know I sound a little aggressive. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like such an aggressive... like, just picture a little cat in a femboy outfit screeching into the wind. I don't mean to sound so aggressive, but like, ugh. I don't want to play Anniversary Edition. I know it fixes a lot of issues with Skyrim, but I want to keep all of the mods that I enjoy playing, including Relics of Hyrule. These mods do not plan on updating to Anniversary Edition. You wouldn't scream at somebody who still plays Old Rim to just upgrade to Special Edition because it's better. Like, come on. Fuck off. Either way, I do plan on talking about that. I also plan on making a video about the Starbound Simple Vor mod and Starbecue, specifically Starbecue, because it has been getting some major updates this year, and it is crazy now. It is by far and away one of the best Vor mods I've ever played, and I can't wait to talk about it. I'm trying to get in contact with Loki, the creator of Starbecue, for the purposes of like a text-based interview for the video. So we'll see. And finally, another question I get is, will I ever do, a video for Resonite since Neos is basically dead? Yeah, when I get a new computer. Like, if I tried to do it on the laptop I'm using for video recording and editing right now, I think it would catch fire. So, yes, I will eventually, but probably not anytime soon. Don't get your hopes up. With all of that being said, I want to say thank you to all of you. Like, seriously. 2024, I've seen the most growth on my channel despite me not doing a fucking thing, and I don't know why. Like, you guys are insane. We went from not even 1,000 subscribers at the end of 2023 to almost 2K subscribers over the course of 2024. Now, to a lot of people, that's not much, but to me, that's a lot. That's insane. So, you can expect a lot more from me in 2025. And who knows, maybe I'll bring some more of my friends onto the channel. Maybe we'll have a lot of fun. We'll see. But all of that being said, I want to wish all of you a happy holidays 2024 and a happy New Year's 2025. Expect to see more of me when I'm actually settled into my new place and get real used to my face. That being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful New Year's. Spend some great quality time with your family. Maybe get a tad drunk and set off some fireworks and accidentally set a bush on fire. Who knows? Have fun. That's all that matters. And remember, take life day by day because you never know what can happen. And it's always better to enjoy life while it's here. Until next time, I'm Lunar/Mystic, whichever one you want to call me, I don't care. I answer to both. Saying, Happy New Year's. Look forward to more in 2025. Where the hell's that button at?